280 public episode. How are we doing?
Happy 2025.
Yep. We'll see you in the new year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see you next year.
See, I'm not listening to this until next year.
Oh.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. How do you like that?
Yeah, I'm not talking to you guys ever again until next year.
Not gonna speak to you guys till next year. I'm not wiping till next year. I'm not brushing my teeth till next year.
Yeah.
Fuck that, I am.
Telling everybody that on 12/29. Not brushing my teeth.
I'm not wiping again.
No more.
3 days. No teeth. Fuck you.
I'm not finishing these Thanksgiving leftovers till next year. Just kidding, because it's only a couple days away. Like, it's not still gross.
A month old left. Just sitting in the fridge.
Don't worry, guys. It's just like mac and cheese and stuff. It's not like
you can scrape the fuzz off.
Stuff that's hard to make again.
It's not meat. Don't worry. It's all
just mashed
milk-based
potatoes.
stuff, so basically stayed the same. Yeah.
I mean, I spent a lot on DoorDash to get this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just going to throw it in the trash.
It was mashed potatoes, but now I use it sort of like tofu.
Oh, nice.
Nasty.
That was
it gets sort of congealed.
That was so annoying when, like, on Christmas Day, when I was door dashing my 6 different sides, like, they just came at different times. It wasn't consistent. I was so mad.
3 of the drivers crashed into each other in front of my house.
I needed to hit them.
Fucking morons.
It's not fair that I can't hit the DoorDash drivers when they piss me off.
Mm-hmm.
I heard they use H-1B visas for those people.
Well,
the people who deliver DoorDash, they got them in through H-1B visas.
They get the H-1B visas.
Yeah. And meanwhile, normal, hardworking white Americans get their accounts disabled because they were trying to steal people's food. They were opening up the bag.
Yeah.
They were throwing the food at someone's front steps.
Well, not only that, but now we can't even get approved for those visas. They keep getting denied.
Yeah. I'm developing a game like H1Z1, but it's H1B1. It's immigrants coming to steal your DoorDash and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta
shoot them.
You get dropped down into the zone and protect your
The horde of employees.
Yep.
Got their arms stretched out going to work so I don't have to.
You know, like the storm in Fortnite? Mm. The gas that comes in, it's cancel culture. Mm. It's coming for everyone.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
Oh, no.
It's a bunch of blue hair that comes over everything.
There was a tweet about the, did you see the video where that chicken is supposedly blowing fire?
Yeah, it's real.
And it was like, it's real, of course. And all these chickens are poisoned. And this one right-wing account was like, these chickens are poisoned and they're blowing fire. We need to cancel Bill Gates over this.
What do you mean they're blowing
fire? It's so
fire?
funny to me that, like, the guy squeezed the chicken and, like, fire came out of its mouth.
How did they make that happen? Did he do homemade Pokemon? That was one of the starter Pokemon. It was a chicken that was fire type.
Torchic, Gen 3.
Torchic, yeah. He made a homemade Torchic.
Yeah, but I like the idea that, like, instead of, like, bringing charges up on someone, like, the worst possible thing that could happen for these right-wing guys is being canceled.
Yeah, which just doesn't exist anymore.
He's also doing my bit of still blaming Bill Gates for stuff. I said Bill Gates only drives an old reliable car because he doesn't like dealing with fancy new stuff, so he has more time to develop like medicines to give to kids to make them autistic and stuff.
Yeah, I hate Dr. Fauci. I'm so sick of Dr. Fauci.
Yep.
I hate Dr. Gates.
I'm not taking your
Fauci.
vaccines.
Nope.
Dr. Fauci was at a Diddy party.
Oh, are you serious?
Shit.
Yes.
No Diddy?
That's crazy.
No Diddy, no doubt.
No Diddy.
Did he?
Oh, Diddy, no doubt.
Did he?
Did they?
Really? Did he?
Did he do it?
Guys,
today's episode number 280 is a former. It's currently unassigned, but it's the former area code of Syracuse, New York, and we have some.
Oh shit! What did they do?
Some show-related people. They changed it to a different one.
Did they make too many prank calls? Were they like
Probably.
ordering pizzas and then not picking them up? They said, "No, you know what? You guys don't get a phone number."
I think they didn't want to be too close to Houston. It's 281.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, some people that are near and dear to the show are from there, like Richard Gere.
Oh, cool.
Megyn Kelly.
Ooh.
Post Malone.
Ooh.
Rod Serling.
Ooh.
Okay.
My grandparents lived there for 12 years.
Oh, cool.
David Muir, the 2020 guy and the ABC World News Tonight guy. Very cool.
Okay.
Bobcat Goldthwait. Very funny when he goes, "Arr!"
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. He had a funny voice.
One of the funniest things in the 80s was to go, "Arr!"
Great noise. I just had a great idea. You guys know the Shocker?
Yeah.
You know the Shocker? What if you went to the Finger Lakes and you got a bunch of friends with shovels and then you dug up a bunch of dirt and then dumped it into one of the fingers? So it was doing the Shocker.
Ooh.
Oh, that'd
And you
be
could see it from space. What if
Okay.
you did that?
Well, okay. First of all, you're fucking exposing my high school prank. All right. When I go back to high school near the Finger Lakes.
Yeah.
So
When I'm a
come
high
on,
school
dude.
teacher, when I got hired as a high school teacher, I'm going to give them the best idea for a senior prank and also drive them there.
Mm-hmm. Hang out with him, give him some beer, whatever they
Yeah.
like. It's safer when it's with me.
Yeah.
Here, I'll find it for you.
I don't want you guys to do this on your own. I want you to do it with your teachers
No.
so I can keep an
what
eye
do
on
with
you.
me?
That
All right,
reminds
Mr.
me.
Nicholson, thanks.
There's a natural spring in Croatia that looks like a pussy,
Mhm.
and you can go
Oh.
fuck that.
Ooh.
Here it is.
Okay.
Oh, that's disgusting. It looks like the Noah's Ark thing. Did you guys ever see that where it looked like they found there was some mountain in Turkey where there was a thing that kind of looked like that, except it wasn't blue.
Yeah.
And they said it was like this is where
Okay.
Noah's Ark was found and like the wood is rotting away, but this
Mhm.
is like where it was in the dirt and it just looks like a giant pussy.
Is that where Putin dug up the grave where all the Bible figures
Yeah,
were all
they were
black?
black. Yeah, they were in a giant
I
pussy.
remember
He found Noah inside a
that-
pussy and he was black. And he took him to
when the
Russia.
turkey thing happened. I remember this Italian guy at my mom's church who's dead now. He was old then. I remember him saying that there's no way that it could be anything biblical because
Mhm.
Turkey's a Muslim country. I was like, oh,
That's right. And they were the whole time.
That's true.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
2,000 years ago, they were still
Nothing-
Muslim.
Yeah.
That makes fucking
Yeah.
sense.
Just like Jesus was
That
Muslim
guy-
because he lived in a Muslim area.
That man
Yeah.
probably shit his fucking pants if he saw that in Sicily there's fucking signs with Arabic and Italian on it.
Yeah, that was controlled by Muslims for a while, part of Sicily and part of the boot. But I do think they should do that because we have a lot of people who don't work and they don't have anything to do and all these aimless young men. And we need a new Works Progress Administration. We need stuff like the Erie Canal, the Tennessee Valley Authority. We need a shocker in the Finger Lakes.
Yeah. Yeah, we could just have them dig a new river, a new Mississippi River, just across the whole U.S., right across the middle.
Yeah.
That's
Or
what
they
all
could
these
turn the
guys can
Finger
do.
Lakes into a whole guy. Like they could actually finish it so it's not just fingers. You'd like draw the whole hand, you draw the arm,
Mhm.
just the guy's face.
I
You know what they should do? We should build a road from mainland America to Hawaii, so we don't have to fly there anymore.
Yeah. So then stuff isn't so expensive because you only have to drive
They're
for like
working-
4 days.
they're actually working on that.
Oh, that's cool.
Just making shit up.
Yeah, that's why they burned all that shit down in those fires. So it's actually
Yeah.
pretty good. They were making way for a highway.
They're just clearing the land.
They were doing slum
They're
clearance.
they're making a really long dock. They're like, "Ooh, it's getting deep. We can't feel the bottom anymore. We gotta turn back." They just have this like 3-mile long
imagine.
dock.
we could put all the video game complainer guys to work. You know, they want to say, "Oh,
I was just
we
thinking about
can't
that.
get approved for those
Yeah.
visas. We get denied every time. I can't purchase anything on my own. So why I need this? I need to be able.
They should tell them that it's a road to Japan. We're going to build you guys a road to Japan, and when you get there, you get to fuck all the women.
Since I was
They
about to
all
say,
love you.
since you want to be Asian so bad, you gamer losers, you got to build the high speed rail in America and you only get paid like 3 cents a week.
And when they get to
Yeah.
Hawaii and they say, "Are you sure this is Japan?" It seems a little
Yeah.
warm for Japan. You just say, "Well, most of the population is Japanese. That's the highest Japanese population in America. So this probably is Japan.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yep.
close.
It probably
We're
is
on our
Japan.
way.
And you don't speak the language, so Israel Kanawaka Heihe, that could be Japanese to you. Because you don't know, you don't
Mhm.
speak it. But yeah, it was kind of crazy I made that tweet that said, before we give out any more H-1B visas to foreigners, we got to make sure that every American has one. That was a joke I made. And then Mocktac, friend of the show
Yeah.
Mocktac, just tweeted it out unironically
The T-Berry cryptid.
In a thread.
in a thread and said,
He extrapolated on his thoughts.
let me see if I can just pull it up. It's crazy to be that ignorant, especially when you're just bathing in right-wing shit all the time. Like all you do all day long is just read right-wing discourse about the right-wing culture war thing of the day. And he read all those tweets about H-1B visas and like people's jobs and why companies need to hire people and all this shit. and he's replying to it like, yeah, I agree. We need to get rid of those. And then he thinks it's like a prepaid credit card.
Yeah, he thinks it's a credit, like a Visa is the Visa credit card in his mind. Is just that's what they're getting. They're getting credit cards to move here and like getting free money.
And it had like it's clearly in the context of hiring people. If you look at it at all, but I guess he just doesn't. He's like, yeah, Visa, and like he has an internet connection, so you could just look it up. You could just look
but he's
up
an
like
idiot.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, why would you do that? Why would you like look up what a visa is? But he says if real Donald Trump is really on board with the H-1B visas, then maybe instead of just giving them to immigrants, maybe you should also give them to Americans already here in the country. Either do that or don't do it at all. Immigrants, even if they come here legally, do not need to be given special privileges over the American people that were born and raised here in the United States. Yeah, immigrants don't need a visa. The thing that gives them permission to come over here. We shouldn't.
Yeah.
That's a special
why would
privilege.
they need a Visa? That's like you can get a MasterCard. You can get a.
We should let them come
know,
over,
yeah,
but
I'll
not
take
give them a
any.
visa.
Yeah,
I'll take any of those.
American Express.
Hardworking Americans are tired of losing jobs to people from other countries. They are tired of these immigrants not having to pay any taxes. They are tired that the immigrants get everything free from the government.
Mock Tech, what? How many immigrants in your fucking T-Berry?
Mock Tap.
Yeah.
When's the last time you paid a tax?
Yeah, have you
Let me
have
ask
you ever bought your own
genuinely.
groceries?
You gotta
Yeah.
pay the. You gotta pay the mock tax.
The mock
You gotta pay
tax.
the mock
tax.
tax if you cross the bridge in his town.
You got to answer these questions.
He's the one that has to
3.
pull the basket with you in it to get across.
Oh, that's so awesome
Okay.
that people are that fucking stupid.
Mock Tack. I love it. It's a beautiful thing. I love seeing.
Well, he got a bunch of
Just how
retweets
dumb
on that
everything-
post, so you know it was smart.
He did. He got 8, so he's gonna keep talking about it.
Mm-hmm. He's like,
I know
holy fuck,
9
my
faves
greatest
and 5
performing tweet of all time. I'm gonna become a political
A grade.
commentator.
Oh, that shit's so awesome.
I mean, it's beautiful to see guys that genuinely dumb start
Yeah.
tweeting about politics and like so just informatively. Like I know what I'm talking about.
Like you can
It's
make
so
genuine
crazy.
points about H-1B
The
visas
confidence
and how
is
like
insane.
they do use those to sort of entrap people.
H1B1.
Oh, they
They
absolutely
make it
do,
hard for
yeah.
them to
yeah, that's how
leave. They
Twitter's
sort
still
of
alive.
it can be like
Yeah,
exploitative.
It's literally how Twitter.
Yeah, that's how Twitter runs, because that's why Elon Musk loves those, because he can just get people over and doesn't really have to pay them, and they're not allowed to leave, and
That's how he's able to call like
Yeah.
50 guys to come into work during the Super Bowl.
yeah,
Yeah,
because they have to, or they die.
Yep. An American employee would say, I'm good.
But then you also have people
Yeah,
in
fuck
I'll see you
in,
tomorrow.
in fucking rural Kentucky who are like, I don't want to be the Walmart cart guy, because like I really like being on my tablet. I like just watching YouTube videos about Stellar Blade and jacking off, and like it would be a lot less fun if I was the Walmart cart guy. And it's the reason I'm not the Walmart cart guy is probably because they used an H-1B visa to bring over a guy from Bangladesh, and he's doing it,
Yeah.
and that's why I can't do it.
Certainly not just a guy who looks just like me, but whose mom makes him go do
Yeah,
it.
I would work, but I have to rewrite all of Star Wars to put me and whichever woman I'm obsessed with in it.
Mhm.
yeah.
Whichever woman I'll end up killing.
I have to reply to women saying that I had a dream that we're going to heaven together.
He does do that. Didn't Base Fire Ant have that dream too? Where he's like, I had a dream we were
Yes.
Yeah, I went to heaven and she wasn't there.
I'll
We
bring her.
can't-
I'll bring her with
his-
me. Man, the other
His
day,
fucking voice.
yesterday he called someone the R word. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's why
you
that's
can't
why I don't
sound
use
like
it.
you do. Well, I guess he's allowed to
That's
say
like
it.
60% of the reason I don't use it, because those guys are using it.
I'm really trying to stop, but then I read that guy's tweets and hear his voice, and then it comes out of me again.
Yeah, we got to find a new word because he's using it. They did kind of reclaim it.
They did, but it's like as they should. It's
It is the kind of their word.
it is
It
their
is
word.
their word.
When you hear based fire and speak, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
you know what? That's
Yeah,
fair
you're
enough.
fucking retarded. You're fucking retarded, dude.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, all right.
There's like 15% of that word he can't say. Literally. Can't pronounce.
He sounds like Stevie from Eastbound and Down. Like-
Yeah.
We need to give those guys visas so they can be
Yeah,
here
we
in
need
America.
to give them some, so they can pay for stuff.
Oh
They can
man,
No,
give money to
I would like
different women.
I would punish those guys by like chaining them together like that game, literally. Just chain them together and be like, here's your new partner.
They're going to make the shocker.
whatever.
We're going to take all those guys, and they're going to be in a chain gang, and they're going to have to put dirt into the ring finger of the Finger Lakes to make the shocker.
Imagine how long that would
Yep.
take. They would all die before he would ever
Oh
get
my
it done.
You'd have Mock
They
Tech
could
pulling
not
around a bunch
do
of
it.
skeletons with
With
all of his holes
Montauk
weeping.
sitting down like 5 minutes in. I need a break.
Ooh, woo, dabbing his forehead.
Woo.
Ooh, boy. So there's another scorcher out today.
God.
Like Lingle, like tossing aside his shovel and just getting on his hands and knees. And digging.
Lingle falling
Yeah,
off
I guess
of his
he would be
legs.
good.
Yeah, he
that.
doesn't know.
That would
he
be a
doesn't know
great
what
job
to do
until he trips.
Like he
Lingle
keeps he's
falling
digging
off-
it further in. Like no.
Lingle falling off of his legs at his knees, and they're just sitting there in his shoes.
Ugh.
Like a cartoon. Oh, I slid off my legs.
Hey sis, I slid off my leg. It puts me back on top.
Hey,
of my
sis, I'm
leg.
detached.
What are some other canals that we need?
I'm telling you, we just need a big canal from like DC all the way to LA, just right through the middle of the country.
They should do that. It would be funny.
Dude, once a week on,
that would
I'm
be
in all these
awesome.
different like just like geography interest groups on Facebook because there's a bunch of people that post interesting shit. But like once a week on like this US one, there's people that are like, why don't we build a bridge right here? And it's just from like St. Joseph, Michigan to Chicago, just like diagonally across Lake Michigan. I'm like, stop making this
Or
post.
people say that
I
about
don't know who.
people say that about the tip
Stupid.
of Italy and then Sicily.
Yeah,
Like it would be like
Just connect it.
one, not profitable, and also it's like 2 miles deep. Yeah, it's also a pretty poor area. Yeah, I love like people on r/geography. They'll post really stupid questions like that. Like, why isn't there a city here? Like, I think I talked about that one where someone pulled up the Google Maps for like where the little tiny sliver where China touches Russia, like through Mongolia, and it's just glaciers. And they're like, why isn't there like
Yeah.
a city here or a big bridge? Because it's like two countries with a lot of people, and they're next to they're
Yeah.
touching. So like, why isn't there a big bridge? It's like, why don't you just think about
Well,
this for like? Stop looking at the
check
map.
the photospheres there and notice that no plants can grow there. First of all, it's all rocks. Second of all, in ice. Like fucking morons.
I wonder what happens if you sort by controversial,
Sort by stupid.
like our last guest would do. I think you have to do old.reddit.com now.
Old. My Reddit. That's me Reddit. I remember that.
Yeah, I miss it. Why doesn't Africa have more farms? Zooming in on random places in America and Africa, it seems that there just isn't the same level of agriculture, even in flat, wet areas, that is perfect for it. Because it's very hot and it's a swamp. Like, what are you talking about? People are so goddamn stupid. Why are there no major city / metropolis in northern Canada? And they're highlighting like the Yukon and the Northern Territories and Nunavut because it's incredibly fucking cold and you dig
Why
down for
no one
like
wants
2
to fucking
inches
live
and you
there?
hit bedrock.
No, even better. It's really hot in the summer, and there's a bunch of bugs that hit your forehead when you're trying to walk, and you get swarmed by flies and shit. And
Yeah, they
then,
have like 6-inch mosquitoes. You can't
and
grow
then
anything.
It's really cold in the winter, and then it's really windy all year round. And sometimes you
Mm-hmm.
can even get tornadoes. And then it also snows like even where Aaron lives. Sometimes this year it was like October 2nd, and he's like, "Yeah, we got like a foot of snow last night."
Yeah.
The fuck.
Yeah, Canada has a lot of land that's just not really useful for anything. Because of the Canadian Shield, it's like Minecraft bedrock that's like right below the surface.
They do the same thing we did, and they have a bunch of First Nations people out there that they neglect. Just a
Yeah,
bunch of-
Yeah. That's where
that
they send
really
us
is where they
don't want.
survive.
Like,
That's where they're still the majority. Is the places where they're like, yeah, no, you
Yeah.
guys can have it.
Yeah, like a lot of them are also
Yeah.
from there. They don't want to leave there. I get that. They shouldn't.
Yeah, and they've adjusted to it. They spent thousands of years like figuring
Yeah.
out the optimal way to survive, killing
they-
walruses,
what we
and
should do is put like
using their baculums.
we need a Toronto 2 there.
Yeah.
We need restaurants.
They love
like
it.
yeah,
Pizza and Plume.
yeah. Or people ask like, why don't more people live in Thunder Bay?
Yeah, Thunder Bay though. Thunder Bay is actually surprisingly they still get a decent amount of like shows that come to like tours and shit. People actually still go there, which is crazy.
Well, yeah, because it's based off of the song
In the winter though,
from Actic.
I'm sure it's deader.
Why
because
is
people just-
Tokyo so empty? Maybe that's a shit post.
during COVID? Hey, I just got to Tokyo. No one's outside.
Why were there relatively few
interesting.
people living in Florida and California a century ago? Air conditioning. Next question.
Hmm.
Like it's stuff that you can just look up.
No one. People lived in California a century ago.
Yeah, they were there.
Florida, it just
it's
sucked.
just it took us a while to get out there. There were mountains in the way.
Yeah.
It wasn't economically like they didn't discover San Francisco until like 1790. Because like Spaniards,
1990 actually.
they mapped the it was when Full House came out.
Mhm.
People saw Full House and they were like, "Oh man, I've never seen this place
Oh, that
ever."
looks nice.
But like there were Spaniards who sailed up the Pacific coast and mapped it, and they didn't see San Francisco because there's just this little
Mhm.
gap with the Golden Gate Bridge where that is now, and you just can't even see into it. So they kept missing it.
I love looking at coverage there. Such a cool looking city. Even
They
though
had to
it's
go up
freaking lip tarded.
the land in the 1770s. They had to send people up to just walk up there, and that's how they found the San Francisco Bay.
San Francisco is also home of the gayest trekker on Google. That it's not even like labeled. It was just like when they were testing something, but they walked through a men's like thong store, like a men's. It's like literally like the gay underwear store. It's one of the gayest ever. Yeah, I could find it.
Why does Germany not have a major massive city in the way we view Paris for France, London for the UK, or Barcelona, Madrid for Spain? That's actually a fairly decent point. That is genuinely the reason why they never had their revolution over there like Marx expected. He expected there to be a revolution in Germany, but it was really hard to get it going in 1918 because they have like 6 mid-sized cities. They don't just have one.
Yeah.
You can't just take Paris or take Moscow.
Hmm.
And it's kind of
Yeah.
because of the Holy Roman Empire. Because they had all these different.
I mean, I guess you'd think like Berlin
Berlin's the biggest one, but it's
or Munich. Yeah.
they don't have like one giant one. Because it
Yeah,
would have been
I guess
unfair in
one
the Holy
central
Roman
city.
Empire if they had one big city and then a bunch of nowhere
Mhm.
places.
I think the center of Europe should be. We need to make Kaliningrad great again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
They should give it back to Prussia.
Pussa.
Yeah, I agree. Bring Prussia back.
hmm
Yeah. They didn't do anything wrong.
I'm pro Prussia.
They're fine. They didn't do anything. I mean, it wasn't Prussia when they did the Holocaust.
No, it was not. No, it was not. Okay?
They changed the name before they
As
did
a
that
man
stuff.
of Prussian.
Yeah, it was Russia. They're like, no, we're not Russia. We're Prussia. Little kid. It's a little kid excuse. No. You have it all wrong.
Yesterday I had a really dumb thought about the swastika and how you put it backwards and it's Buddhist. And I was just thinking
Mhm.
about listening to the Horst-Wessel-Lied, the Nazi national anthem, like listening to it in reverse. Like people used to
So it's
listen to Stairway to
Japanese.
Heaven. And it's all like Buddhist stuff. It's about like nirvana and samsara and meditating. You're listening. It's got like hidden messaging in it. And like also you read Mein Kampf
be
from the
scary.
back to the front. And it's like
Ooh.
it's a book about
Finding
like
inner peace.
yeah, a book about a guy who's really evil who like becomes happy and innocent.
Little Nicky did that when Dante's character was like, "Were the Beatles trying to tell us something?" And Little Nicky's like, "No, but check this out." And he put on Chicago and played it backwards. And
yeah.
it was like, "Kill, babe, kill everybody, go out and kill people."
When you read the Mein Kampf backwards, it's just the journey to the west with Sun Wukong. It's like, oh, okay, it's about enlightenment. I totally understand this.
It's a really nice book. And also, if you created 6 million Jews, I think that would be Buddhist. I'm not sure if Buddha would.
See, I
agree
would
with
never
that.
get enlightenment because I would never buy that. I would never buy any of that stuff and listen to any of that stuff, frontwards or backwards.
creating 6
Because that's the
million
problem.
Yeah.
That's the issue. Is you have to read it frontwards before you can read it backwards.
views.
You know what I
mean? Yeah.
True.
So then you got to read that, and then you're a bad guy for reading that.
Telling that to a Jewish couple, that like they just had their first baby, and you're like, oh, that's very Buddhist of you, and they're like, what? Like what? No, creating Jews. It's the like you flip the swastika, and it's like backward. It's the opposite of being a Nazi. You don't
Arabic
understand.
translation. You'd be reading it back to front.
Yeah,
There you go.
I think it's honestly really gross to read back to front, because it's like wiping back to front. Like you get a UTI. Like, I think, like, reading a book back to front, like Japan does, like, I think you might get, like, dyslexia or something. Like, you might get a disease from reading back to front.
Do you know how far I have to wipe in order to give myself a UTI? I work hard for that.
Yeah, trying to get it into your urethra is, like, really difficult.
Yeah, I wipe shit all the way up my penis, then into the hole. And I go,
Yeah.
oh, dang it.
Through my tank,
fuck.
around my
You guys ever
balls
just use a
and my
towel
shaft.
and you just floss with a towel?
Yeah, all the
Get it
time.
all halfway up your back.
I
and your
have an
stomach?
idea. It would be cool. It'd be cool to have like Mein Kampf on your library, but then you have like a big red X over it. Bunch of Nazi books with just red
Don't
X's.
read this.
Like I don't like these.
Tom and
bad.
I both get UTIs the same way. The turd curls all the way up and touches our penis while we're sitting.
Yeah.
Shitting. There's that much.
Yeah, we tuck it in. We tuck it in the seat, and then our turds are just so big.
Yeah, it's like a
football
coiled
sized
garden hose.
from our diets.
It looks like a coiled garden. No, they're
I
shaped
lay
like
an ostrich egg.
they're shaped like snakes that just ate a bunch of rats. They're just lumps through them. And there's like, I try to pull my turd apart, and there's like plastic bags and stuff like a dog.
That's the thing. I
Hair.
gotta break it up with my hand before I can flush.
Oh, my hair is so thick. I hate pooping.
Yeah. You ever just poop out a bunch of hair?
Israeli publisher issues parts of Mein Kampf in Hebrew. I need to get a copy of that. Can you buy that?
God, I would not buy that. It'd put you on a crazy list.
Yeah, just
Hey,
my
this guy's
search
trying to buy
report.
Mein Kampf in Hebrew. I was just wondering.
I'm pretty sure that's the opposite of the law. I think you have to support stuff like
Mhm.
that or you're anti-Semitic.
That could be if you're not buying it in Hebrew.
I think I would have to import it from Israel though, and I think that would be violating BDS. And I don't really
Well,
want to.
you could just go
I don't wanna
there.
yeah, I think I would have to go on birthright.
No, here's what you do.
Yeah.
Buy it from an independent seller from Israel, and then do a chargeback.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah,
Hell
you
yeah.
make it banned from PayPal, but you wouldn't be violating BDS.
I'll charge it to my H-1B visa.
Do you guys want to invest in my game H1B1 or what?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yes, I'm into it.
Shroud playing it for like 60K viewers. Oh, this game's awesome.
All those
Oh,
edgy
I-
games turn out to be horrible. Like that
Yeah, of
police
course.
brutality simulator. Did that even come out?
No,
Ready or
they'll
Not?
never
Yeah.
come out. No, Riot.
Oh
Riot
no,
Control
that other
Simulator.
one. Yeah.
Riot Control
yeah,
Simulator is the one we're talking about. It's fucking that.
Yeah.
That is the craziest trailer to other like. The streets are on fire. We
Mhm.
want justice restored.
Yeah.
You get plus 5 points for intimidating the crowd for swinging at them. It's so funny. This show will never come out.
No. There's already Prison Architect
Yeah,
where you can do evil
Mhm.
stuff. It does encourage you to like design it in a humane way to
Yeah,
to
like,
avoid
yeah.
riots, but like you can
lose if you're
technically do
evil.
that stuff.
Yeah, you can set it up and just like punish them and just find ways to make people hurt. And that's what we do.
That's what we do in America. We love it. A punitive country we have.
Mm-hmm.
I want to play
They're
on a
gonna hire me
GTA server where you
once they
just
see my
work at an
shit.
Amazon fulfillment center.
That would be
that'd
awesome.
be cool.
That wouldn't be awesome.
And it's hosted on Amazon Web Services.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd love to role play GTA for 8 hours a day and like work at like a gas station.
Yeah, dude, oh my god. The people that grind GTRP with like real life hours,
They
even
need
more
to-
so.
Yeah, like you could just go do something. You could just,
I mean,
if you
you
really
go do
want, you
that.
can
Some of
drive
them are
around
getting
all day.
fucking insanely paid for it, so whatever, do your thing.
Yeah, if
But
you're getting a
Yeah,
bunch
the
of money,
majority, the majority, I would play something else.
Mhm.
you could just do DoorDash. Like if you want to drive
Yeah.
around in circles and just have radio stations on and like be doing tasks for not that much money.
There are streamers that are DoorDashers in GTRP like 6 hours a day.
Wait, who's ordering
Mhm.
it?
Other RPers, like it's a part
They're
of the
ordering
RP.
food that you can't eat?
You eat because you need energy. You still need food and stuff.
Oh,
in the
you
game.
actually
Yeah,
need to.
it's
Oh,
true.
okay.
So it depends on the server, but
But they
like,
don't
it
wanna
can
walk
heal
to the
you
store?
and- they're
They're in a
fucking
food desert?
streamers, dude.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're in a food desert.
Or they're just doing what they would do in real life.
Yeah, I mean it depends. It's
This
crazy
is how you
shit
get
like
food.
that.
How else would you get
They-
food?
It just turns into like a way to bring drugs and guns between people too. You know.
Have you heard about the big new rumors of GTA 6 that are just totally made up by guys like FaZe Banks and Luke Belmar, where they're going to put actual digital currency into the game?
Oh, wow.
You're going to grind out in GTA 6. You're going to be able to make real money.
Well, here we go.
Businesses are going to be inside of GTA 6. This is the new way This is a new way to start businesses.
That's such a dumb idea because it makes people not want to play video games. If you have to do actual work, because it would be, if you're paying people for something, it's stuff that's not fun. Like those crypto games that they had people in like the Philippines playing. There was like something with fish where they would give you NFTs or something or some sort of shit coin. And it was like just enough that if you did that full time in like the Philippines, you could just barely make minimum wage. But it's miserable work. Like they don't.
Yeah.
If it's something that you would do for free, that you would do voluntarily just for the enjoyment, they wouldn't pay you to do it.
No,
it's only miserable stuff. Like Live Search Club back in the day, where they would pay people to do those fake word searches, and they would like buff up the numbers for Bing search because I guess it was live search back then because no one was actually using that, so they would just have people do a word search, and every time you put in a word, there would be a second window attached to it that would just search it on live search. And then people figured out how to use bots because the games weren't actually fun. And then they caught on right before I got my free Zune.
Oh,
Fuckers.
No.
I almost got my brown Zune. All I got was a copy of Windows
Yeah.
Vista that I sold for like $50 on eBay. And I think I got a headset and I got...
You got head?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and then they got arrested because I was 14.
Dude, I miss Cha-Cha.
Oh, yeah. That was another thing where
Where's
like...
Cha-Cha again?
That was homemade ChatGPT.
Yeah, literally.
Mm-hmm.
It was home GPT.
And those people made barely any money.
Oh my god, it was like a fraction of a penny, I think, per question.
You have to be like really... You have to live... That's something that Mocktac could probably do. Maybe if he was a little bit smarter. If you have no expenses and you're in like the middle of nowhere.
It's so funny to talk about those types of games and then how much you can, like how much, it could be like $20 a week on like the surveys and shit back in the day and be like, and neats now hear about that and they're like, man, it was the fucking glory days.
Yeah.
I could have been sitting at home
That was
making
the life.
I could have been making $20 a week.
Filling out surveys all day.
Just grinding that shit
No
out.
problem for me. Like, just go work. Go get a goddamn job.
Fucking
8 hours a day.
so funny.
Well, then my mom has to drive me, and like, oh gosh, I'd have to shower. Everyone gets mad at me because I stink real bad, and I'm always trying to touch the girls. You know, it's not fun. It's not fun.
It's
for
bullshit. It's bullshit. And I hate it.
Me. Man, I wish I'd just get these visas. I wish I would get approved.
Yeah, why can't you just send me a visa? Like, why are they giving them to immigrants?
Oh, my H1, hell, give me the H1E. I don't care.
Why won't they give me an H2 Hummer?
Give me an H2.
Yeah.
Give me an H2 visa. I don't give a fuck. I just want my visa.
H2B.
Why are these immigrants coming to this country and getting visas?
It's bullshit.
when we can't?
I can't even get a visa. I don't think I've ever owned a visa.
I can't get a visa.
I've owned one of those like vanilla visas that you get as a Christmas present. And it's got $50 on it, but I've never had a debit card or a credit card that was Visa. It's always been MasterCard.
Oh, my credit card's Visa.
Oh. Are you an immigrant? Are you a fucking immigrant,
Yes.
dude?
I am. I'm sorry to make this.
fuck.
I am an immigrant.
Oh, I
Tom's
knew
actually Japanese.
it. Oh yeah, no wonder
I'm
you were
actually.
there.
I'm part Claus. I come from the North Pole.
Oh, that's cool. How come you're not there now?
Because it's over.
Well, you can be from North Pole, Alaska.
Yeah,
Santa's
You're
using migrant
American.
labor? That's fucked up.
No, he's American.
No, he's having kids and then just leaving them
Actually,
in different.
honestly, if anyone in the world was going to use migrant labor, Santa would be the one to do it. Because he lives in a place where it's like no one would want to live there voluntarily, unless maybe the solution would be like prison camps, like they used to have in Siberia in the Soviet Union. Because that's the only way you can really get people to go up where it's
See, now we
super
have a
cold.
cycle. Now all the losers like Mocktac, we could send to make toys for Santa. He'd love it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just crushing them.
All the adults
Yep.
who write letters to Santa still. They're like, why don't you just come up here?
He would be quality assurance where it's like, all right, Mocktac, now give this toy a nice hug. Oh, not sturdy enough. All right.
Yeah.
we need to
He broke
we need to
it.
make these stuffed bears a little
This
little
is
tougher.
not tested for a 1,200-pound pressure.
Yeah, they need to test the sex bots.
do not let this toy get hit by a car. It will just get destroyed.
They should have they should do testing with the sex bots and the sex dolls. Like they should have had Vince.
That's the dream
That's
job
Vince's
for them.
dream job. He should just be the guy testing the
Yeah.
sex dolls. They just give it to him.
Mhm.
Then they take it back after a month and they're like, all right, so all the holes are plugged up. We're going to figure out how to make that
Alright,
not
there's-
happen the next time.
There's a visor in the stomach.
Yeah, we need to put some sort of like hair catcher in there. Like a hairnet.
It appears there's a spiders got inside.
We need to put a hairnet at the back of the vagina so that no pubes can get in there and get tied in a rat king.
Some sort of way to block it.
We need to prevent the formation of Brillo pads inside of this.
Oh.
Yeah, we need to. The inside of the stomach should be just Brillo pads, and so when you push in on it, it just sort of cleans and breaks up the residue.
They should put acid inside the stomach so it can digest whatever you put in there.
That's a good idea, actually.
My older brother's really easy to gross out. Like, you just talk about
We
stuff.
should have
you
him
get
on
to
the-
start
on the
gagging.
show.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I used to talk about what if you could grow hair inside of the back of your throat and you had to shave it, and he starts going.
I would get that
Oh,
removed.
some hair on your tongue.
My throat
Oh,
stubble.
I'd love to get hair on my tongue.
I would get it lasered.
Not me. I'd have a nice little beard on my tongue.
Nice little bush.
Yeah, I'd go around to the
all
bar.
the food you eat has to go through your bush in your throat.
Just like a normal.
Can you
one
imagine
does.
you're trying to chew a piece of steak and it gets caught in all that hair and you're sitting there coughing. It's wrapped in your throat pubes.
I would be on a liquid diet, I think.
I got down coughing now.
I would probably just get a stoma.
Yeah, I mean, you might get one
I don't
naturally.
think it's gross. I think it's beautiful. I love
I would
it.
gargle Nair.
Shaving it and then getting like the little red bone gargle in there.
Oh,
Don't swallow it. That's dangerous.
getting razor bumps on your
Yeah,
throat.
razor bumps all over your tongue and your throat.
Try to shave the back of your tongue because you have a little stubble.
It would be cool to get your taste buds transplanted to another part of your body, like a hair transplant.
Ooh, like your hand.
There's a would you rather to get taste buds. I forgot what the other one was.
On
but
the
one
tip
was
of your
to
penis?
No, in your asshole. Some of your
Oh,
taste
yeah.
buds in your asshole, so you always taste your ass.
Yes.
Yeah, you would have to really adjust your diet. You would
I
definitely
would
want to
just
become a
shower lot.
vegan because,
Mhm.
like, cat poop, dog poop, those taste worse than, like, rabbit poop or cow poop. Like,
Yeah.
cow poop is, like,
Yeah.
almost tolerable because they're just eating grass all day. It's like, you smell it and it's like, If you
Yeah,
live in a
cow
Yeah,
poop.
if
but I
you
don't
live
wanna
near
put it
dairy
up my
farms, it's
butt.
like
Cow
oh.
poop I pick up and throw at my friends when it's around. Like it's pretty so gross.
It's a little bad, but it's not bad enough that you smell it and just throw up.
I hate fucking fresh big livestock like horse and cow poop right when it's fresh. Oh my fucking god.
I love
Yeah.
it.
It's, like I used to clean it up. It's fine, whatever. But
They need to breed them to not poop. After they figure out boneless chickens, they need to breed shitless cows.
I used to follow people on the trails, just picking up the poop. Is this your job? Nope. I'm doing a prank.
Partially.
I'm doing a prank later. I'm a YouTuber. I need all this horse poop.
I'm going to throw it at people in public. We're going to go to Disney World and throw it at families.
We're making this into cannonballs and dropping it off the overpass. You can't get mad. It wasn't a rock. It was a big piece of shit.
I'm going to see if there are mushrooms growing on any of these.
Just hitting the top of people's cars. Thump. God. There was once a year there's a group of teens here that gets in trouble for killing someone by throwing a rock off the overpass. Like, what the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah. Like, what do you even get out of that? Like, you don't even see it happen.
Let's drop this 30-pound rock off this onto this oncoming car. It's crazy, man.
You don't even see it hit. And if it does actually do something, it's just going to be like a 7-car pileup that, like, explodes a school bus.
I never had that evil in me, like the draw to do something that bad.
No.
I loved breaking windows as a kid. I would break them on like old ass, empty, broken down, abandoned houses and shit, like a normal kid.
I never did that.
But also,
I didn't
like,
have access to any
the
abandoned
worst I do
houses.
is like
Yeah.
whipping rocks at the train when it comes by, but like not at like the fucking driver, just like at the,
I wasn't close
empty
enough to the train
carts.
either.
Man, I lived in the best town for all that shit.
By the time I could get to, like, the train was just hard to, like, it was just an overpass.
I would hit cars with
like,
snowballs, so I
but-
would do
but
that.
Close. Breaking, I couldn't break any windows because I had no abandoned buildings near me, but I would go back behind the garage and break bottles.
I kept asking my neighbors to move out. Hey, can you guys move out? Because I want to, like, throw shit at your house after it's abandoned. We don't have any abandoned
break your
houses in
shit.
the neighborhood. So if you guys could just fucking skedaddle.
I was like 5.5 and found out how fucking great it felt to take a rock and throw it through a window of an empty house. We lived on base in Texas. and I broke like 40 or 50 that night. And that was my first time ever getting arrested.
It would be fun to do that to planes, like how they produce military planes and they just put them on a big lot and no one ever uses them. Like it would be fun to just throw a rock through every window, set them on fire.
Pee
Pee
on
on
it.
them.
You shouldn't get in trouble for that.
Wanna
'cause
pee
no
on
one's
it?
using
Yeah, I want to pee on a plane from the
Wanna pee
outside.
on it?
Poop on it.
It was that damn
I'm
ass
gonna
plane.
Poop on a plane.
I wonder if those two guys that survived that South Korean plane crash, I wonder if they were in the bathroom. I bet they were in the bathroom.
What were they doing?
I
in there?
legit bet they were
Probably fucking.
sleeping.
They were probably sleeping in the bathroom after fucking.
I think they were the flight attendants. Yeah, it was the flight attendants in the rear of the plane, I believe.
Ah,
Oh, nice.
man, that was the fucking worst
to be
crash
them.
video I've ever seen
that
in a long
sucks.
Yeah, it
at
was
least in a
on
long
the
time.
ground.
Yeah, I didn't want to watch it.
It's
What
just
the
no
it
landing
just-
gear sliding into a satellite array at the end of the runway. People kept saying it was like, why the fuck was that building there? And it's like, it wasn't really a building.
There's like
it was just
antennas
a
and
hill.
shit, and it
It was
wasn't
a
on
hill
the
with
runway.
antennas and
Yeah.
shit.
The
Yeah.
guy veered off.
Also, like,
The guy was dumb. Like there was something wrong with the plane, but the guy was also just like not trained to do it. They got to give pilots better hours or pay them better or something.
well,
Yeah.
they gotta stop hiring DEI pilots. There's a Korean pilot they hired.
Yeah,
Great.
it seems like they only hire Asian people over there, like that guy in Malaysia.
Jeju Airlines. True. That's a good point, Alex.
I'm sure you could go on Twitter and find that. I
Ian
did see
Miles
Sean
under
would be
a lot
like-
of those posts.
Ian Miles told me like, I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah,
I did see a bunch of people when they're like, someone posted that there was like 3 plane accidents, and the first reply was a blue check lady saying it's because they vaccinated all the pilots, and now people are seeing their work suffer because
Yeah.
they're suffering.
and it happened
from
4
side
years
effects.
later, almost 5.
Facts,
He's
though.
right.
Yeah,
Facts.
it's true. It could just happen at any time. That's the beauty of it.
Yep. You never know.
The access we have to these plane crashes now, like the Kazakhstan, or that Azerbaijani Airlines one that crashed in Aktau in Kazakhstan last week.
Mhm.
How there's that old guy that was just like taking the video like while he's praying, and then like he went live again on whatever, like post crash, like crawling through the wreckage, like it's like holy fuck, man.
God damn.
That was another insane crash video. You know what crash is insane when the videos you're watching a plane crash video and it starts and it's 2 minutes 31 seconds long.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
probably a great day in Armenia.
Yeah,
They're probably watching that. Like,
For
yes, yes,
that'd be rude.
yeah.
That was all like babushka grandmas that died and shit.
Oh well, they didn't have much time left.
Yeah.
Like if you add up the years that they had left, it was like one person.
Yep. Well,
okay.
unless you're Chet and there's an old man in a stroller with a baby in it and you hit the stroller first.
Yeah, we talked about that logic. Like
Yep.
you could just, it's so easy to make a new baby. Like they've probably made like 1,000 of them since we've been talking about it.
Tom, if you're driving along really fast and it's icy
Okay.
out, and there's an old man in the road and there's a stroller with a baby in it. What do you hit first?
Mm-hmm. See, here I'm gonna give you the Vince answer, which is where I think I maneuvered a car and I don't hit anybody and we're all fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I just stop it.
Well, I would blow.
Stop a car.
This is where I would blow Vince's fucking mind and say, "No, Vince, you hit the brake first."
Ooh, what would you hit first?
Ooh.
There's a baby in the road and an old man in the road. What would I hit first? How about my vape pen? I think I would
Yeah.
hit my weed pen.
Okay, here's the answer. You hit both at the same time, so the blow is absorbed half of each.
Oh.
Right? So it's not just one. So it's like, okay, the baby takes half of it and the old man takes half of it.
Yeah, there's a word for that.
The old man just grabs the baby to use as a human shield. Nope, nope,
Not today.
not today.
Guy trying to get the
Well, and
correct
also-
answer. Make sure you're directly in the center of it and then accelerate like it's a deer. Don't try to steer away.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Well, and also there's the possibility that the old man was just using the stroller as like sort of a walker, and there's not.
Oh
a baby
no, it's
in
full of cans like on speed.
there. Okay.
we just got old guys walking around the middle of the road because they shortened hunting season.
Mm-hmm. Well, they don't let them hang out the house anymore.
The baby and the old man are unrelated. The stroller was rolling down the street in a baby's day out type situation. It had just escaped the front
Oh,
door.
okay.
Yeah. So
What if the
okay.
old man was kidnapping the baby?
no,
And
I
then
just
you
said
have
they
to
were
hit the-
unrelated. So
Yeah.
I knew what you were gonna go with that. No, he's not a pedo, dude. We're not gonna kill our local pedo with the car.
Yeah,
KAP.
just
Guy
making
keeps
that
going
shit
and
up.
going. Guy that keeps going with the moral thing and just ignoring that I said you hit the brake first. You're like, anyway.
Doing the Kyle Rittenhouse thing where you just kill some random stranger. And then you find out later that you look up his name and it turns out he molested a child 30 years ago. And I definitely knew that when I saw him in the dark from 30 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I actually looked him up right before he shot.
Yeah, I was looking at my phone.
Saying, sir, identify yourself to me.
I took a picture of his face in the dark when he had a mask on.
Yeah, he actually he was saying that out loud to me.
Yeah, he was actually telling me his criminal record.
Yeah, I was actually a convicted.
He was trying to impress me.
Pedophile.
He was trying to troll me.
I saw a video of Kyle Rittenhouse dressed as a green M&M getting passed around and fucked in the face by a bunch of guys.
Oh, that's cool.
Can you send me that video?
He's going to be Mead in like 10 years. He's going to look exactly like Mead.
Yeah.
He's another guy who needs facial hair.
He's got a big, doughy woman ass.
He's turning into his mother.
Yeah. He looks like he lactates. Big, pregnant.
I hope
He
so.
looks like a
childbearing hips.
He looks like one of those.
He lactates those Black Rifle coffee cappuccino things.
He looks like one of those church moms where you kind of forget that it was like the mom of the family because it looks like a fucking like fat teenage boy, and then all of a sudden he's pregnant.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
A man and a woman that are married, and somehow it's like a lesbian relationship.
Yeah.
Like Phil and Lil's mom.
There was quite a few.
There's an Air Force
like
family
that.
named the Stotlers. I remember because the mom was this big Amazon named Celeste, and she was like the fucking. She fucked him Amazon style. Like she just stood there, and he was on the bed because he was like this
He
little
laid
like
on the bed.
he was like a fucking Millhouse's dad. And he's fucking was just a little nerd that was you could tell he probably got spanked by her like when he was late and shit. She ran that. They were both officers in the Air Force.
Yeah, she ran the Air Force like it was the Navy.
Yeah, she ran that place like the Navy of the Air.
And what that means is I had the planes fly into the water.
Even when I was a kid, I could tell that the dynamic of that relationship. I was like 7, and I'm like, yep, she spanks him.
It probably is just a lesbian and a gay guy. And they're both Christian, and they're like, you know what, we'll do it on the slide.
Let's meet in the middle.
Yeah, they met in the military, and like, do you want to RP our lives?
Yeah, do you want to
And
do
they're
a
like,
bit where
sure.
we pretend to be like a straight couple?
Do you want to do GTA IRL RP
Yeah.
in the Air Force?
Oh, that would be awesome to do RP IRL.
Ooh.
Where you like order
We
DoorDash.
should do that.
I've been thinking
met
about doing
basic
police
training.
RP in real life. I
I
can't join the force, but I'm just thinking about doing RP. Like maybe become a mall cop and get a little overeager, or just get a gun and go around frightening people.
saving people.
Before we recorded, I was watching a body cam video of a marginally related to us. It was it's happened to a Twitch streamer. I forget her name. It's some streamer I don't know, some girl streamer. And her top donator found out she had a boyfriend, and he drove like 1,000 miles and set her car on fire. And then the cops found him because he was like around the block sleeping in his own car because he was so tired from the trip. Just around the block.
Yeah, that's what always happens with those guys.
It sounds like that Midwest safety commercial. If you want to watch it later, it's really funny.
The guys who kill their parents because of an e-girl or some.
Yeah.
They're like the guys who kill their parents because they won't give them allowance and shit. Like they get tired because they're just the laziest people in the world. That's why they do it in the first place.
I like that you set that car on fire and then you're like, I'm actually tired.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't just be like, all right, let me sleep and then go set the car on fire.
It's so funny. It was just around the corner. He was parked in the street, like no other cars around. Like,
Yeah.
I think that might be him. No, the funniest thing is, I think the person who it happened to, I think she knew like who it was gonna be, so she kind of was like, "This guy's from so and so," and the cops would roll up on this car with that state's plate.
Yeah, you have his credit card.
It's so funny.
He's probably
that
giving
too.
you so much, like, personally. He's probably bragged to you about the model of car he has. He's probably told you, like, I drive a Honda Civic from 2001 because my parents couldn't use it anymore because my bitch mom got sick.
Oh, he drove from New York to Ohio.
Yep.
Well, it's not too
So
far.
and so. Wait, I'll date you now. Don't light the car on fire. Now I gotta get all this gas out of here.
And she wasn't even in the car.
No. It wasn't. It was never meant to be anything like that. It's just like I'll show you, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you've been lying to me.
It probably just means it gets covered by insurance and she gets a new car.
He was listening to "Love the Way You
Yeah.
Lie" the entire way there.
Oh, nice. But then, like, if you're a Twitch streamer, you don't really need a car that much.
Yeah,
Like,
she's
lighting her
probably like,
computer on
"Oh,
fire, I think that would have been the move.
Hey, don't give them ideas, dude. We got ops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got stalkers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't light any of my shit on fire.
I don't think I have any stalkers left. The last person that
Yeah,
really
they all
would
found
like
me.
no, the last person that
Yeah.
would really like message me often and talk shit was Rad Milk.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he used to message people and be like, "Why did you unfollow me?"
You N-word pedophile.
Yeah, like,
whoa.
well, I think it's probably the N-words and all that stuff, the slurs that you're posting.
And it ended well for him, right? Or no, wait, never mind. Searching.
Yep.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Can you believe it's been 4 years since that happened?
No way.
What?
Yeah,
I know,
it's been-
fucking way.
no, it's not
No, it's
four.
gotta be like two.
Yeah.
Only two, right?
It's two. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's two.
I was about to fucking freak the fuck out.
I remember, I knew it wasn't 4 years because I remember it was 2021. No, 2022 when he got super mad at Alex and then he started messaging me and like the FYM account and like sending all these threats.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, dog, I don't even follow.
I just got mad at it because I saw a post from him because I had heard rumors that he was like a domestic abuser. And I saw like just the worst post of all time. And I was in a bad mood.
Yeah.
And it was some shit about like, what if Shrek met Harambe? And I just quote tweeted it. And it was like, this guy choked his girlfriend. And he just freaked the fuck out. And it turned out it was true. It turned out it was definitely true.
Well, he was saying some other shit because he was posting like the anti-vax stuff.
Oh, yeah, he
and,
got
like,
the last year of his, he was like super. There was like somebody on Facebook.
before
Oh, he was
that.
obsessed with trans people too.
Yeah, like he made some dumb meme about pronouns, and then like someone messaged him and it was like, "Hey, I like a lot of your stuff, but this just like as a non-binary person, it kind of makes me feel bad. Like I don't know, it's kind of I don't know if you realize that it's hurtful." And he was just like, "You fucking hard R N-word, fucking kill yourself,
Yeah.
fucking tie a noose
he would just
now."
message, "Kill yourself, you F slur." And,
Guys, he's dead
like,
now. We can say the full word.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Like, that's why we're not saying it. We don't want him to hear about. We don't
Yeah,
want him to hear
want
this. We don't want to dox him.
And I think one of the police
But,
officers who
man.
shot him was black.
Yeah. Then
So,
he got called.
maybe it wouldn't have happened if you weren't screaming that at the time. Like it's generally, there's really no situation where you should be screaming that.
Especially while charging somebody with a sword.
Yeah. Really no reason to have a sword.
The cops shouldn't have done it either,
Hmm.
but
Yeah,
No.
you could have taken him easily. You could have just tased him.
Yeah, obviously.
it's a weirdly predictable
like, I
way.
mean, they're- it's cops. Like,
weirdly
they're way-
predictable way for
they
that
don't
guy
have
to go.
excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Weirdly predictable. Like, I probably would
R.I.P.
have guessed that outcome if you gave me like 20 guesses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One of the possibilities.
Maybe not the sword, but maybe
Not the sword. Yeah.
Yeah.
The sword was the wild card. The sword was like that little like special like little flip. Like that was the extra points. But like the DV stuff, getting the police called on you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would have 100%. Like that's 100%.
hey,
what
I
I
just hope
would've thought.
I hope whoever he left behind is doing well. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope there's a dad who stepped up.
Yep. And I hope no one ever talks shit to me ever again.
Yeah. It seems like karma.
that'll
It
happen.
seems like
That's
karma
gonna
really
happen.
strikes.
Karma,
you.
'cause karma strikes upon.
The shit that Outlaw says. That's him at his most psychotic when he's like, my entire life, karma has really. He told some story about how like in like third grade, some kid made fun of him, and then the next week his dog died,
Yeah, it's
and he was
weird.
like, that's God. God murdered a dog.
He does
So
think stuff like that.
What has been happening to me so negatively that like makes Outlaw been winning? Because like all he's doing is getting fatter and getting like huge heaving breasts.
Yeah, nothing good has ever.
Oh.
I guess he does have a better outcome in his life than you would expect from a guy as dumb as him. Like he is married.
Yeah,
he does
that's
have a
true.
job.
Yeah, he's married. He's got a job.
Two great things about Outlaw this week. One of them was him getting up to go take a shit during his Christmas stream, where he thought he was muted all the way, but his webcam mic was still
He has
on.
2 sources.
So right when they thought he was muted, Montana B goes, "Is it muted?" And Brian's like, "Oh yeah, yep, we're muted right now." And Montana B immediately goes, "So I can call you your other name?" And then he goes, "Never mind, I'll just keep calling you Nick to be safe."
It's such like cartoon shit.
Yeah, it's immediately when they thought they were muted, they start like just talking, and then they said a bunch of boring shit. And then Outlaw was trying to clean up all of his crumble garbage before they went back live, and his wife's just like, Just let me take it a couple things at a time. I can't bring it. Let go. Let go.
Oh
So he's just sitting there like
Like a dog.
zoning out, like holding on to all the trash.
He's like a baby.
He's got his webcam mic and his real mic going, and he only mutes one of them. Because you can tell when he comes back, it gets super loud and distorted.
Then he comes back and makes sure that everyone says that he only went pee and not poop because he doesn't want people to think he was pooping.
Yeah, like that would be embarrassing. Like we don't know that he shits all the time.
The other funny thing, and I'll have to clip it later because it's from a drama and politics. But one of the new drama and politics videos, he talks about the drama from this one is he went to some restaurant to get to try a food. I think it was a restaurant, or no, it was a convention. I can't remember now. Anyway, he ended up somebody rude got in his face and said, "Out of my way, gringo," or some shit like that.
El Gringo Gordo, that's what they call me.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
They said it's Spanish for voice actor.
He's a trip.
Yeah. And he uploaded that video of his Christmas haul that he was doing, which
That
is
was
insane to
depressing.
begin with if you're 44 years old. But his wife is in the room, and he's on the couch opening his presents from his wife, and she's in the room, but he's talking to the camera and not her. And then he also like shit talks the gifts. Like he opens like one of them is a can of G Fuel, and it has Freddy Krueger on it,
Freddy.
and it's clearly just a throwaway thing. Like, oh yeah, you get a thing of candy, you get a drink, you get a
You like this
yeah,
shit.
whatever.
Yeah, it's a stocking
stocking
stuffer.
stuffer. Yeah, like not something you really think about too much. And he's like, "Oh, it's Freddy." Like, "Oh, they didn't have Jason." Oh, that's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay.
It's like Jesus.
And
fuck.
then he got the Dr. Pepper cotton candy and made a review video on it. It was like, it's terrible.
It's
It's
disgusting.
horrible.
It's so fucked up to shit talk your gifts that
Ollie's
your
the
wife
best.
gave you in front of your wife, and you're filming it for YouTube.
Also, that new Zelda game, he's not beating. He's not coming close to
yeah,
beating.
one of the presents was a Zelda game, and you can see his face drop because he's like, "Man, I don't actually like this. I'm trying to prove a point."
It's kind of like using the building mechanic in Tears of the Kingdom to complete the game.
Sorry.
There's not a lot of like direct action and fighting, and he's not going to beat that game.
I have the transcript now. This is from the Back to the Future musical that he went to over the holiday. And he said during the intermission, and I went to the wrong line for the bathroom, and then there's a line, looks like it's forming. Then this guy pushes me like this and says, "Hey gringo, get to the back of the line. You're cutting, gringo, get to the back of the line." And then shoved me in the chest like this. He said, "Gringo, get to the back of the line." He said it 3 times.
Yeah, you don't cut in
Nice.
line.
And then he said,
Yeah, don't cut in line.
"I talked to the staff. They didn't do shit. That's horrible."
Yeah, you were cutting in line.
It's fucking funny, man. Getting
Oh,
called
he's so
gringo.
annoying.
And also, like, I wouldn't want to use the bathroom after him.
No, of course
you
not.
see him waddling
people-
around. You just know he's got like
Yeah,
the
you have people
stinkiest shit of all
desperately
time.
trying to get in front of him.
He's got that he's got it groundhogging out of his giant gaping asshole covered in
and little
hemorrhoids,
poking out.
and it's like
The
green
gringo.
and there's corn in it, and
Gringo.
it's like
Gringo,
no,
back
I'm not
of the
using this
line.
after you. You can use it after me.
Mhm. Mhm.
Hey, gringo, get
Wanna
to
make
the
a
back
mess
of the
for you.
line.
That's awesome to complain about shit like
Ah.
that. I tried to cut in line,
A guy yelled at me in the
and a guy
bathroom
yelled
line.
at me, and
Can you fire
and
him?
I didn't do anything. I didn't say anything to
Can
the
you
guy. I
fire
just
him
said,
from
"Oh,
attending?"
okay, yeah."
That was the
and then I
drama
went and
of the
told the
day.
fucking staff,
What do you want them to do? Like, Jen, what can they do?
which is
for
what he
you?
got mad at us for, like indirectly encouraging people, like emailing conventions to say this guy's a nuisance, and he's like friends with pedophiles, and he's playing with his penis doing an interview,
Which he is.
which he is. And then he's
He's
doing the
all
same
that.
shit. He's fucking tattling on people, trying to get him kicked out of conventions because they wouldn't let him cut in line for the bathroom, and called him a
He
gringo.
got yelled at in the bathroom line. Hey, can you fire him from this play?
Yeah. Can you ban him?
Fire him as an audience member.
Can you arrest him?
Ridiculous.
motherfucker.
Disgusting.
Ah, he's so
Well,
cool.
I think he's
so
smart. Yeah.
It's weird that
Yeah,
he
me
leaves
too.
the house so much. He goes to stuff in
Ah,
public.
it's wild.
Uh,
It would genuinely be like jarring to see him in public.
Yeah.
Him
Yeah.
and like the Disney ape.
It looked like,
Like
he got
those are two people
cut
I'd
and
look at
pasted.
and be like, oh, holy fuck.
Yeah, because he's always wearing like
think those are
fucked
real.
up basketball shorts with holes in them, and then
Yeah.
hiking boots in socks that are completely worn out and stretched out.
He's always wearing Dazzlers. He's wearing the basketball shorts that the gay guys trade for, like J.C. Penney changing rooms.
Are there guys that like those when they have poop in them?
Yes.
Guess you could sell those to those guys.
Yes. I'm sure there's some cum stains.
It's stained on the back and the front.
Well,
I got stained both sides. Double stained.
Double
check
stain.
out poop. Check out
Check out poop, everybody.
Hawktua.
Check out the Back to the Future musical.
3 weeks since the last.
Yeah,
episode.
Hawktua. No one's. She just fucking died.
No one's.
She might have actually
no one's
died.
talked to her in so long.
Yep. She just completely
Take care,
dipped.
Thanks for listening. We love you.
God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.